Uncle Brad and giving answers out. And of course, I get tongue-tied every so often too.
Yeah.
Let's go to Charlie in Clifton, New Jersey. Charlie.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, good, Uncle Brad.
What's going on?
I just want to know how does the new I-45 internal policies affect the VAWA interview? Because I've heard recently that there are some factors with it, like if you don't pay enough taxes, you're in or out of status, or if you overstayed your visa can affect the interview. So just want you to shed some light.
Well, for VAWA, there's no poverty guidelines for VAWA, so affidavits of support and paying taxes, that has nothing to do with it.
And the new stuff that Trump brought out, like if you're overstayed.
If you overstayed your time and you were an abused spouse of an American citizen, you're allowed to adjust your status. That has nothing to do with whatever Trump may do against others. But if you're referring to VAWA, overstaying your time is not a reason to deny you. Having poverty guidelines, being a public charge with taxes is not a reason to deny you.
Yeah, I have an interview, reschedule my interview because I was sick, so I'm just waiting for the other interview. But prior to the interview, I'm gonna stop by and I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
You know.
All right, hold on. Let's go to Francois in New York. Francois.
Hello, Brad.
Hi.
Hello. Good evening. Good.
Good evening.
I got a couple of questions.
Yes.
My I-485 was approved, and my interview it's in 2 weeks. But my I-130 was not approved yet. Is this normal?
Your I-45 was approved, but the I-130 wasn't?
No.
That's not normal. You usually get the I-130 approved and then the I-45. So if your I-45 was approved, I assume your I-130 was approved. You just never got the notice yet.
Okay, and I got the interview in 15 days.
You have an interview in 15. You haven't had your interview yet for the I-45?
No, not yet.
All right, so then somebody sent you in error an approval notice for an I-45. That's probably what happened.
I'm sorry. It was not approved. It was just scheduled. Yeah.
All right, let's start the question again. You have an I-45 and an I-130 pending. You got scheduled for the I-45 interview?
Exactly.
Yes, you will get approved for the I-45 and the I-130 at that interview. That is absolutely normal.
Great. And I have another question. I came in the US in 2016 with F1 visa. The last time, hello?
I'm listening to you.
Oh, say yes. The last time I traveled, it was in August. I came back in the country in August 2019. And I got married with my wife in October 10. Should I be worried about the 90 days rules?
Yes, because you got married within the 90 days. So you have an interview coming up. You should have a very good lawyer with you because they may, depending on how you answer the questions, will depend on whether you need a waiver for misrepresentation.
Okay.
All right, so hold on. Yes, you got to worry.
Even though
nothing. Yeah, you got to worry. You got married in the first 90 days.
But even though I've been coming back and forth with the country and studying since 2016?
That has nothing to do with the price of beans in China. What it has to do with is what was your intent when you came into the airport. If your intent was when you came into the airport that you knew in the back of your mind that you were getting married, then that's misrepresentation because you had the intent to remain permanently in the United States on a non-immigrant temporary student visa. If when you came into the airport you had the intent to temporarily stay in America and go to school, and something happened after you entered America. Some issue happened, okay? And that happened after you came to America that caused you to change your intent. Then you didn't do anything wrong because you never lied at the airport. It's all based on your testimony. So that's why I said maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. Okay?
And the last question, thank you. Last question is I have a lot of proof of financial proof with my wife, but I'm just not on the same list because at the time I did not have Social Security. So I couldn't.
There's no one document that says, "Oh my God, if you don't have a lease together, you're gonna fail." It's like when you make a soup. They put all the documents in. They make the soup. They turn all the documents around. It's like a soup, and they say, "Yeah, looks pretty good, tastes pretty good." You understand? So there's
Yes,
no one
I do.
document that like, oh my God, I don't have it. It's the end of the world. Okay?
Okay.
All right, hold on if you need help. Let's go to Hassan in the Bronx. Hassan,
Yeah, hi, Bride.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Bride, I called you yesterday and then I asked you a question about USCIS sent me a letter having a doubt on my divorce degree, and then I went to Ghana consulate and then they verified in
Right.
Ghana
Yep.
and gave me
And
a letter
I
to
told you
present.
bravo. I remember.
Yes, so yes, it was two questions because the second question they put in the letter was they said my divorced wife is still using my last name. Why is it so? When they send me the letter.
You're allowed to do that. Just because she's using your last name, her last name doesn't mean your marriage wasn't terminated. That's perfectly fine.
Sorry?
Just because your ex-wife is using your last name doesn't mean your marriage wasn't terminated. Whether she uses your last name, her maiden name, has no effect on the termination of the marriage. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, so that is what they said. They said
You're
they
fine.
found out that.
You're fine.
Okay. Thank you.
You're fine. She can do whatever she wants. It has no effect on whether your marriage was terminated or not.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
She can go by the artist formerly known as Prince. That could be her name. Whatever name she uses has no effect on you. You can't control what name she uses.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. Thank you.
Let's go to Esther in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Esther.
Yeah, he is. Uncle Brad, hi.
Good. How you doing?
Good. I have two questions.
Yes.
The first one now, the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare, are they public charges?
No, it's not a plus. It's not a minus. It's a neutral.
So if I get it, it's okay, even though I'm waiting for my green card interview.
Yes, it's a neutral. It doesn't help your case. So in other words, when the government says we want to show that you're going to be able to pay for your health care and you're not going to become a public charge and you're filling out the I-944, if you're on the Obamacare exchange, it's not going to help your case. But it's not going to hurt your case either. You can't just say, oh, well, I have health care, so I'm good.
Okay,
So it's neutral. It's neutral. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't
help. It's neutral.
Neutral.
So it's safe to get it.
You get it. So you have health care, but it's not going to affect your immigration case one way or the other. It doesn't help. It doesn't hurt.
Okay, that's cool. Then two, okay, let me put it this way. I put in for adjustment of status in October last year.
Right.
Through marriage. I got my Social Security and work permit. Then I have a master hearing in March 2021. My driver's license and work authorization will expire in February 2021. I already applied for renewal of work authorization and they've acknowledged it. As in they sent back the letters acknowledging, and I'm waiting for that. But for the driver's license, I booked for an appointment for renewal, and they said when I'm coming, because I have to appear, I need to come with like an evidence from immigration to show that I'm going to be staying, I'm legalized to stay beyond.
Yeah, that's the extension notice.
Huh?
So your extension notice gives you an extra 180 days while you're
So
waiting.
I can go with that?
Yes.
So that's sufficient.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Therefore, sorry, for master hearing, that master hearing will be done before they call me for a green card interview.
You're in removal?
Yes.
You have to go for your adjustment through the judge.
Yeah, maybe that's what I mean. What I mean is they've given us a date for a master hearing in March.
Right, and then you're going to ask the judge to adjust your status.
Okay, the lawyer will.
Yes,
okay, anyway,
the lawyer's going to speak up for you, hopefully.
Yeah, so they can do that there.
Yes, but it's not going to be on that day.
But they will still invite us for
Yes.
an interview, right?
For a final hearing, it's going to be called, because you're doing it all before the judge. There's no interview.
No, what I'm saying is, I guess they're going to invite us for the normal interview they do. After that, if we ask for that adjustment.
You have to wait. There's two You're going to get an interview with USCIS to approve the I-130, to prove that you're in a bona fide marriage, and then you're going to go before a judge for a hearing to approve the adjustment. It's just going to be two separate things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2 steps. But that should take place. The first interview with USCIS will take place after that master hearing, or they can still call us before it.
The interview may happen before. The judge cannot adjust your status till you get the interview at USCIS. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.